For me, 12 Minutes was a standout indie game when it was announced in 2019. The idea behind it really grabbed my attention. You know, not even the time loop aspect, but the thriller puzzle game in an isolated location, everything at your fingertips, but so much to unfold. After over 2 years since its announcement, 12 Minutes was recently released, and I have to say, it was a huge letdown. Just to set the groundwork, 12 Minutes is a time loop game. You play as an unnamed man, voiced by James McAvoy, who gets home from work. You're allowed a 5-minute exchange with your wife, voiced by Daisy Ridley, and then you're interrupted by a man claiming to be a cop, who's voiced by Willem Dafoe. If you die or leave your apartment, you begin the loop over. You're aware of everything that's occurred since then, but everything else is reset. And I'll be honest, when I heard the casting for this game, I got really excited. These are all actors I really enjoy, and I thought it would make for an even more, cinematic, thrilling experience. But playing through the game, I quickly realized it was just a paycheck for them. Or at least the way the dialogue is laid out makes it feel that way. On your second loop, James, I'm just gonna call them by their names because the characters don't have any. James sees his wife and is like, I've lived this before. I'm in a time loop. You gotta believe me. You gotta help me get out of here. There's no slow unravel, which for the gruelingly slow pace of this game, a slow realization like that would have been very welcome. It felt very off pace and like the guy just watched a bunch of movies and quickly realized and accepted the fact that this is now happening to him. So yeah, pacing. You're living out the same 12 minutes over and over again. But in the span of 12 minutes, you somehow feel rushed and bored. You have 5 minutes for setup. Get the items you need, do the dialogue options with your wife, things like that. The invasion happens at 5 minutes, leaving you to sit through another 7 minutes for Willem to do a spiel. Again, this wouldn't be bad, but it's a puzzle game, and you're not going to make progress on each loop. A lot of loops you'll be trying to figure out what you can do differently, and before you know it, it's time to get handcuffed and killed. That's not to say there aren't different ways to end a loop, but they can't really be considered endings because the overall story keeps pushing you to the same result. There's really only one way for the main portion of the game to play out, so until you stumble upon each solution, you'll be wiggling on the floor praying for a quick death, or walking out on your wife mid-dessert because she didn't drink the mug you roofied. I'm not kidding about that part. One of the ways you progress in this game is to drug your wife. That got me messed up. While doing all these crazy activities like drugging your wife or watching her get killed while you sit in a closet, you'll have to deal with the controls. 12 Minutes is a point and click, which isn't terrible. There are definitely enjoyable point and click games, but the movement is sluggish and the actions you perform are so lifeless. It feels like a gritty reboot of The Sims. I found that I had the most trouble during the invasion. I tried to do whatever I could to get myself more into this game. This turned out to be just trying to aim my character at Willem, so it looked like I was listening to the conversation. That's a lot harder than I thought. So yeah, the voice cast definitely didn't help with the scene that the animation and the controls were setting. After all the faults the game's displayed so far, all that's really left is the story. Without spoiling too much, it's pretty run-of-the-mill for 90% of the time. And then it went into a level of crazy I was not comfortable with. There were definitely revelations in the game, but watching them unfold just made me feel gross. And if you played the game, you'll understand why. I love when games make you feel something, but having to feel something comes with having to connect with the characters, the world, and the issues that they're dealing with. 12 Minutes did not do a good job of executing why I should care about these characters. Not having that at the top, and having the number of other issues avalanche throughout, really made for a disappointing experience. 12 Minutes is available to play through Xbox Game Pass, but if you choose not to install, you really won't be missing much.
Sir? Where's the watch? Sir?
You're not listening to me.
Sir? Sir?
Look, I don't know.
Hey, listen.
But hey, maybe that's just me. Did you enjoy the game? Let me know down in the comments. Tell me what you enjoyed about it. Maybe all the stuff that I was pointing out worked in some way. I'm not sure. Educate me. let me know. And if you guys enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe if you aren't subscribed yet. We're going to be making more videos like this, more reviews, previews, cool stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. See ya.